Which is your best birthday party ever and why? I had two. When I was 7, my mom decided she wanted to have a big old birthday party for me. It was seriously entirely her idea. I definitely enthusiastically agreed to it, but she was the one who had the thought. I definitely know I never asked. I never had one because my birthday is on New Year's Eve, so nobody could ever come to it as they were always with their own families. I guess she felt bad about this and so she did it on my half birthday, in the summer. She invited my entire freaking class plus a couple kids I knew from other places and some of my class's younger siblings. There had to have been 40 to 45 kids in the house, plus several moms. We couldn't even all fit in the living area so we had most of it in the kitchen and outside. She made us streamers so that we could run around the yard with them. There was sidewalk chalk and she made up games for us to all play. There were 3 little kid pools with water balloons, and we all made our own individual little kid-sized pizzas with whatever the hell we wanted on them. Then we each frosted and decorated a little tiny cake for ourselves. Obviously nobody brought me presents or anything, because it wasn't actually my birthday, and I didn't care at all. It was just so cool how much work she put into this whole thing, not to mention money, not to mention how incredibly effing long it took to clean up after all of that. I really think all the kids had fun, too, because they were still talking about it when school started and didn't stop until the next kid had a birthday party like 2 months later. Even then they were comparing them, the consensus being mine was cooler, although this other girl got more stuff. I'll take the bigger party, thanks. Several months later, she asked me what I wanted for my actual birthday, which confused me. I was like, isn't that what the party was about? Why would I get 2 birthdays? Wasn't that the whole deal, that I had my 8th birthday party during the summer when I was still 7 because I'm born at an inconvenient time? And why the hell would you want to do more work, and spend more money, after you basically destroyed your house and yard hosting a little kid block party for no reason at all? She just kind of looked at me after I said all this and went shit. I shouldn't have said anything. And went back to cooking dinner. The year after my mom died, when I turned 14, my one really good friend, who was just stupidly rich, invited me to her house on my birthday. I felt like crap, but I accepted. Turns out she and her mother had decided to throw me a surprise party, again with the entire class and then some other people I was friends with. I was just floored. I really thought we were just going to hang out and watch some movies or whatever, and then there's all these party decorations and a ton of people yelling surprise. And they even brought me gifts. She made sure to invite the boy I liked and 2 of his friends, so it didn't look suspicious, even though the 2 of them had dated a few months before. She had a swimming pool in her house so we all splashed around in that for hours, and they had bought me a cake and everything. I honestly cried, and I've never been a big crier. I wasn't popular in that school, but my best friend was, because on top of being just stupidly, ridiculously, absurdly rich, she was well-mannered, never ever flaunted it. I had no clue her family even had any more than anyone else until I went to her home the first time, and upon pulling in the driveway said, "Wow, your house is really big," and she said, "Oh, that's not the house, that's the guest house. The maid lives there, the house is back there," and points to a mansion, and was beyond friendly to everybody, something you really wouldn't expect out of a teenage girl whose parents had that kind of money. I really appreciated that she used all of that to do something nice for me. Especially the boy part. What kind of teenage girl asks her ex-boyfriend to a party because her friend has a crush on him? Most adults aren't that mature.